I did not find out until I was older that my uncle's house was that particular house on the street that everybody was either dared to go to or knew was haunted, because I just knew I always had two kids to play with over there. My sister and I would play with this little boy and this little girl. They never changed clothes. They never left the house, but they were always there. It didn't occur to us to question that. And this one night, at this big, beautiful mansion like house that was made the Civil War times, that seemed like it would never leave, so to speak. We had went upstairs and did all the things, got the hugs, had our goodnight stories, and just went to bed. And a little bit later that night, I woke up and there was somebody in the hallway I'd never seen before. And he was dressed in this weird outfit, like he was in the army. And I snuck out my room and noticed that the white walls now were covered in flowers. The doors seemed shinier, like everything had just been built. And I just snuck behind him down the hall to the room at the end where he was going. And all of Granny's furniture was gone. There was a toy box with different older toys, and he had walked to the very back wall and pressed on it in this space that would have been just above my head, and it swung open. And he brought out this like globe thing that I was not sure what was, and some papers. And he turned around and saw me, and I just booked it back down the hall because I didn't know who he was or if he's going to get me. But when I booked it back down the hall, everything had changed back to the white walls and the normal, like, older, faded wood doors. And I jumped back in bed. And I didn't find out until in the morning that was Colonel Kilgore, our grandfather that didn't make it, the father of those kids. And I think the other experience that I didn't understand was Granny had died, and we had went and had her funeral. And then when we came back, Granny was still in the bed. She was still petting the dog. The dog was still right there in the spot where he had been before. And I didn't understand how she was still there, and nobody would tell me. They thought I was being mean. I got yelled at because I was being a naughty little girl, but that didn't make any sense. And I guess that's my haunting story for now.